So take it away, Rich.
Cool. Well, everyone, welcome to the FM League live launch. Um, Hopefully, this will be the first of many with no technical issues. We'll make sure of that next time, 100%.
Damo is based in what part of the world, Rich?
He's from Australia, and
He's in
he's managing
Australia.
his team. He supports Liverpool.
That's right, yeah.
So
And he's up. It's 6:30 a.m. in Australia. So, are we expecting to see him in his pajamas or his dressing gown?
in his full
Bring it on!
in his full Liverpool.
Bring it on, Damo. It's full Liverpool kit. Yeah, he's probably got Liverpool pajamas. Maybe that'd be nice. So, Rich, give us a quick 30-second breakdown on how the last week has been and how you're feeling about the opening game while we wait for Damo to join.
Damo has just joined.
If you can give us some camera, Damo, and we can see your Liverpool pajamas. Bad Jokes Games has said, let's hope he's not in his birthday suit.
Let's hope not, indeed.
Nobody wants to see that. You can just look at my mustache instead if that floats your boat a bit better.
It's a powerful moustache. I like it.
So while we wait for Damo to hopefully get us some audio and camera, Rich, how are you feeling about your game against Bastion tonight? Watford against Brighton, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what to expect, to be fair. I haven't really tested any formations or anything with it, so I'm not sure. I'll obviously well up for a win, but I don't know exactly how I'm playing yet until we jump into it. And
so you haven't done it. You haven't had any friendlies. You haven't had any practicing. Don't lie to us now.
At the beginning of FM19 when the beta came out, I had a few games. Other than that, 3 or 4 games tops. That is all it was really. So I haven't really got a set of what formation I'm going with, players. I've got an idea in my mind, but yeah, all I care about is the 3 points.
And what's your feeling on Bastion's Brighton team? Who are you fearing there? Who do you think he's got that's going to cause you trouble?
Glenn Murray.
Glenn Murray, the one and only.
And because I'm a West Ham fan, he always scores against us.
But everybody scores against West Ham, you know. I'd score against West Ham if you let me. Bad Joe's game is saying, is he the only one that hasn't looked at his squad yet? There's no need for excuses. The season hasn't even started, man. So while we're waiting for Damo, I think he's having some tech issues.
Yeah.
Rich, tell us a little bit how you got this league together and how did you get 2Game involved and what happened there?
Well, I just I saw a lot of competition format games out there. Like I've been involved with a couple of them, with like the World Cup version, and then the Creators Cup. So I just thought that there might be a good way of getting the league, but I didn't want it to be too confusing of how we'd only go down like a draft league. I think that would just be too time.
I figured it out. There we go, boys.
There we go. We've got an Australian.
I had OBS open because I was trying to fix it before, and then it wouldn't let me, and I was like, "Why?" And then it was like, "Oh, OBS."
There we go.
Let's hope
OBS.
I'm not echoing on the stream, and then we should be good to go.
OBS is the cause and solution to all our problems.
Oh, it always is, and I'm not in my birthday suit, even though it's 6:55 in the morning. We're one coffee in already with my Liverpool mug. And the Liverpool boys will be somewhere around the top of the tree, hopefully, in this FM19 Premier League.
Well,
so we hope.
Not doing bad in real life. So
Yeah.
No pressure.
Good 2-0 win last night against Fulham. Would have liked a couple more. Look, Fulham were plucky. They were all right. They didn't come and sit back in the first half, which was good. Second half, they didn't have the intensity that they usually did. But it's a good performance from us.
I'm just getting confused because you said it was a good win last night, but for us it was a good win today.
Yeah, last night was 10:30 kickoff. It was one of the nicer kickoffs. Like the Manchester City Man United game, which I fell asleep to, started at 3 a.m. for us. But it's a big game, so I wanted to watch it and just couldn't make it through it.
That's crazy.
You're gonna have some fun arranging the next
38
well,
me and Captain Godspeed worked out a time. It's 9 o'clock Wednesday night for him, and for me it's Thursday morning at 7 a.m. I don't work Thursdays, so it's a day off. Same with my Mondays, so Usually
happy
it works out. So usually my games, I'll try to schedule them for Sunday nights or Wednesday nights, your time, and my time. It's, as much as it's early, I don't mind. I'm a morning person. So it's all good.
Sky Sports would have a field day if they were trying to broadcast all our games. I'd say that.
Oh, Sky Sports would love it. And
David Jackson, welcome to the group. How are you, man?
So, Damo,
welcome, Dave.
do you know your lineup and?
I've got a lineup set in mind. I'm going to change it probably because the midfield three of Liverpool, you can interchange it so many ways. So we'll wait and we'll see. I don't have a nailed on starter in that midfield three either. Obviously, the front three picks itself. The back four kind of picks itself. On FM, they don't rate Gomez as high, but I might start Gomez. You'll wait and see against West Ham, I guess. And obviously got a really cool Karius in goals because Alisson's... No, I'm kidding. Alisson will start in goals.
Could you do me a quick favour, Demo? Is there any way you could point your camera down a little bit, just for the stream? Yeah. Not that we wanted to check you wearing pants or anything, but it's more a case.
There is some pants on. Don't worry. There we go.
It's just for the stream setup, so we can make sure you're kind of
that better.
Much better, yeah, perfect.
Much better, all good. But yeah, I've got a very strong squad with a good bench as well that can impact the game. But I've not nailed on a starting 11 just yet. And yeah, what was the second part of the question in FM? I didn't catch it. I was too busy thinking about my
formation,
lineup.
Your squad and formation, basically.
I'm definitely thinking it's either going to be 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. I have trialled out a 5-3-2 with wing backs. I didn't mind it, but at the same time, I don't think Liverpool have that natural striker apart from Sturridge and Bobby, and I'm not a fan of starting Sturridge. I think he's going to be a very good impact sub for me. In real life, when I coach my 18 side. Yeah, that's true too. In real life, I manage as a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2 when I coach in real life. So on FM though, I can't replicate the 4-4-2 I play in real life, so I won't be playing that.
You done the YouTube video, didn't you? With how you?
Yeah, I did. I did a 40-minute YouTube video. If anyone wants to get an upper hand on me or what I'm thinking. However, I did that a month ago, and I reckon I've changed it in my mind about 20 times. This book right here is full of everything that I've written down and tried and tested, but
can you send us a few screenshots of that book, a few quick photos of that book in the content?
Just for you before our fixture, why not? But when we get into the game on FM Touch, first game, it could just all go out the window first minute. So FM's like that. I wouldn't be surprised if I dominate the ball, dominate the shots, and then Captain Godspeed finds a 80th minute corner and wins at 1-0 at Anfield. It would not surprise me in the least because we've all been there on FM.
Well, I've played Captain Goodspeed in the World Cup format game tournament that we had, and he was beating me, I can't remember what it was, 3-1 with 20 minutes ago, and I managed to beat him 5-3. So
FM's one of those games. FM's one of those games where it can be cruel. Like I drew a game on a live episode that I did for YouTube for my new save that I'm currently doing on FM19. And who did I have on the opening day? I reckon it was Ipswich. And they didn't even have a shot until the 80th minute of the game. And they scored in the 85th and they scored in the 90th. And I couldn't believe it. It was unreal. They had 27% possession. It was crazy. One of the worst FMs I've ever had. And it was all on stream and on as a YouTube video. It was great fun.
That's fine. It'll only go as far as the internet. Don't worry. Nobody's going to see it.
Yeah, no one's going to see it on the internet. I've only got like 90 subscribers. Only 7 people watch my videos. It's great. Only 15 people in the stream. It was good. It's not like I'm Dr. Benji who at the space where like 600 people watch it, get the bottle job emoji out. So it's good.
Fair play.
Yeah, not too bad.
So you should be looking, I suppose, to be winning the league, would you say?
I had this discussion in that 40-minute video, and I had the discussion with the stream. Now, as you mentioned before, you played in the World Cup for FM content creators where you played Captain Godspeed. I know Big Daddy Ham's played in a couple content creator cups. I'm pretty sure a lot of the other lads have as well. I think you have as well, Matt. You played in a couple?
Yeah, a couple, yeah.
Yeah. See, I've only been releasing content for not even 6-7 months. I've never played in one. I have got myself a good squad. I will admit to that. I've got a squad that I know very well in Liverpool, which is great. But I think going into it being probably the least experience, I'm not going to go and say, let's go win the league. Me in the chat said, if you finish top 4, that's not bad. It's respectable. Even if you finish in the top 6 against people that, probably know not more about the game, because I've been playing the game since FM 13, and even as a young tacker, I actually clicked on Career Manager 0102. It's more the fact that you guys have been in this pressure situation where it's an actual interactive league. I myself have always played against the computer, so we'll wait and we'll see. I'm not going to go give myself an expectation, but being a Liverpool fan, I want to win the league. Simple as that.
Well, every Liverpool fan has been crying out about the last 20 years about not winning.
I wasn't even alive for the last time they won the league, so we don't even need to mention that. And we don't need to mention no Gerrard sleep, no nothing.
Tell us, Demo, we did the stream for the draw. And I think because of the time difference, you were still having a few...
There's a story behind that. That was unreal.
And what, did you wake up and you obviously saw how many notifications on the disc?
I freaked out. So what happened is I had my time set. I knew the stream was starting at 7 o'clock my time. I was like, beautiful, not a problem. If everyone watched back to the stream goes for like 40 minutes or something like that. What happened was it was a Sunday night, Monday morning like this is for me. And daylight savings clicked over. So my times went back an hour. So when I woke up at 7, I'm like, oh my God, the stream. Ran out to the computer, turned it on, went and made a coffee. Let's go. Stream's ended. Great. Saw the Discord. We actually got Liverpool. Couldn't believe it. Jumped into the VOD. And then fast forward to 16 minutes, 25 seconds and flew around the room. Mum didn't know what was going on, but she was happy. And I was like, yeah.
I think you were definitely the happiest man in the entire of the 20.
I said a few things that I probably should not have said. I said that I'm going to win the league. I'm going to win the league. I'm going to go undefeated. We're going to, and I was like, hang on a second, cold your horses. It's FM. You don't go undefeated in FM. You don't win the league in FM because they will FM you. And so, it would be a good league. It would be good fun.
I have to say, FM structured. This, correct me if I'm wrong, but this potentially is going to be the longest online league ever, I'd say. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure guys have done ones between themselves or in groups of friends and stuff, but as an online league that we've done through Twitter, like with guys all over the world, I don't think anyone's done anything as long as this.
It's gonna be a challenge, but as long as everyone, like I've said it before, I bet as long as everyone's committed to it, then it should be alright. But it's just making sure that the momentum is the same after 20 weeks than it is in the first 10 weeks. So it's just making sure that we are like pumping the content out and everyone is still invested in the squad. And obviously with the real life element coming into in January, if say like someone's bottom and their team makes a really good signing in that January, obviously we follow real life, so that could then give them
that could turn around. Give
them that little spirit back, and then
But even that's the challenge, no matter who you have, apart from obviously wanting to finish as high as you can and beat everyone you play, you really the main goal is to try and do better than the team is doing in real life. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So that's the bar straight away. I'm going to shout out to two guys that I can see in the chat here, Manny and UFC, because he's a fellow Newcastle fan. Welcome, Manny. And Vulrak, because he's managing Newcastle in this, which makes me the guy I'm a bit jealous of, because they're the team I wanted.
You've got Man U, you're sorted.
I'm okay with Man U, but I mean, as a Newcastle fan, I definitely want it.
It's alright. We're just going to beat them at Anfield 5-0, and then we're going to beat them at Old Trafford 6-1.
Feel sorry for FM Poacher, who is a Man U fan, but got to draw Man City.
He's got Man City. What? That's going to
He should win the league, though. If you're the bookies, Mr. Poacher should be number one on the bookies chart.
As you said before, like Damo, in touch, I think it's a completely different ballgame.
I think it is too. It's completely different to normal football manager.
I think there'll be a lot of
surprises. I do too.
Well, every game is a cup game. It's a league, but effectively every game is a cup game, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anything can happen in the cup. But if I had to take a gander at the squads, and I reckon who matches up well on touch, whoever's managing Wolves, I can never remember. I talk to him all the time in the chat. See, it is CJ, isn't it? CJ, actually, before we get going, where's CJ? I need to do this to my mic as well. Mute your stream, CJ. Who understand that was from a Dr. Benji thing. If anyone was in Dr. Benji's stream before, that was the funniest thing yesterday. But I reckon Wolves are a hot shout. I think in a cup setting with Wolves' a squad would not surprise me in the least. Would not surprise me in the least.
Now, FM structured, you've got Watford, who is Miles Jacobson's team.
Yeah.
Do we think that is an advantage? Do you think when nobody was looking, he pushed up a few stats in the background somewhere?
Hopefully. No, the only thing with the Watford team that I've looked at is it's quite an ageing team. I know that doesn't really matter in the format we play, but the whole back line are like average age is about 30. So if you're coming across, Liverpool, we've got like their front three are like quick. That's where I'm going to struggle. I think is if teams are quick up top, just because I've just got aging players. That's my only concern for Watford, really. But that's the way it is. That's what I've got to deal with.
Against Watford, I was planning on playing Sturridge and Solanke as a front two in a 4-4-2. I was going to rest Salah, but it's okay.
You sound my team's poor.
No. I was just saying,
I think he's just saying you're poor structured. I don't think he's saying that Watford are poor. I think that's just directly at you, man. They're out. No, look, it's going to be cool. I think it's really interesting to see what happens in January as well. I mean, it's a long way away, right? But it's not a long way away in real life. But we'll all be looking at that January transfer window at teams we wouldn't normally look at for their transfer activity.
Yeah, it's true. Every team matters now in the transfer window for us, even if you only just follow your own. Yeah. I think if you're mad at FM, you should be pretty happy. Man United are going to splash the cash in January, I reckon.
You would think so, yeah. I think
there's a few signings that you're going to make. Look, with that squad on Football Manager, there's no excuse for you as well. You're not like you're Mourinho, so...
And this is the thing, I never... Being a Newcastle fan, I think every year of FM since CM2, I've always done Newcastle. Like I did a bit of United in the early days, but I've never really done big teams. So, not like obviously it's good to have a good team, particularly in the league here. But yeah, the pressure's on because if I do shit, then it's all on me.
It's true, but at the same time, we'd have a bit of fun. So there's no real pressure.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
You can't be as bad as Man United are in real life, so it's all good.
This is the thing. Even if I can get a bit better, bit more entertaining football compared to what they're doing in real life, that's the plan.
Yeah. Anything you do attacking is better than what they do in real life. So
there you go.
You should be fine.
I love how we're getting up on Man United here. By the way, this is great. I'm enjoying this.
I just don't like Pogba or Lukaku, but I'm going to be relying on them big time in this.
Remember as well, I just thought is obviously injuries will play a part as well massively because
that's true. Yeah,
an injury in game that carries on as it does in real life. If someone gets injured,
in real life, yeah.
So
can you tell us a bit structured, like how are you? What's to talk around the logistics of tracking 38 games for everyone with all these injuries?
I've got this massive spreadsheet which literally has everyone's squad in. So then when you guys finish a match, send screenshots of your lineups, then like the final score where it's got the assists, ratings, that basically all go into a spreadsheet. Then it generates tables for like player stats, top 5 of each one, and then with injuries that is basically the same. I just literally have to, every time there's an injury, I'll just put it down. And in the weekly newspaper that I'll be sending out, it has so for like next fixtures, it will have like the West Ham versus Spurs. Then underneath it will have the team news, so it will have injuries and it will say like
wicked, yeah.
Like who's out for how many weeks?
He's out for 2 weeks, and then it will have suspensions underneath that. So if a player's missing one game, it will have that. So every week. So also there is an excuse for, like for instance, Madge, that you've got on your players and who's suspended. So that means you should know that they're suspended by looking at that info as well. So it's going to take. There's a lot of hard work in the background of making sure that it's all correct, but it's all there, ready, up and running. So
I think the team instruction for get stuck in is going to have an important role to play in this.
Get as many players injured as possible.
Yeah, we're going to have to be careful with that. So, Damo, your first game is against?
West Ham and Captain Godspeed. So we'll be playing that 7 a.m. my time. It will be 9 p.m. over in the UK. It should be a lot of fun. I think the way Captain Godspeed plays, watching a few of his streams, it will be an attacking game of football. He won't sit back against me either, so
I'm guessing it
should be fun. You guys should come to the stream and come give it a watch.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure Captain Godspeed's recording and putting it on YouTube. I think that's what he told me. So There'll be content out everywhere. I'll be streaming every game as well. So if anyone in the chat wants to come and give it a follow, and every Liverpool game will be streamed. You guys can come and have a watch. I'll be promoting it on Twitter as well as my YouTube. I'll be mentioning it a lot during my saves. So should all be good fun. And I can't wait to get started in a few days. It will be great.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Good having you on board with it as well. So
Absolutely, yeah.
It's sensational to be part of it too. Just I can't wait.
And cheers for your help, Damon, with the technical issues. And also, while we think of it, a big shout out to Big Daddy Ham for the work he did on the podcast as well. I don't think if you had listened to him,
I'll listened to it back. Big Daddy Ham is sensational. He's one of the first streamers I've watched, and he's growing slowly. He's growing at a nice rate, and he'll be one of the big FM streamers in the future for sure.
Yeah, I was in his stream the other day. He got raided by Loki Doki as well. So
yeah, he gets raided by a few of the big boys. It's good.
He's just so
I tried to raid him the other day with 40 people, and for whatever reason, Twitch wasn't working. Or raided with just me.
I think he's just got the best voice I've ever heard for this type of thing. I mean,
literally I put his videos on, his VODs on to fall asleep to. It's great.
Well, that's another bit of too much information, but
it's great.
No, man, we did the recording for the podcast, and he called me, and I thought like I had Josh Brolin on the phone. I was like, who is this American guy? This voice calling?
It's because it's from a different world. Like we don't hear American accents here in Australia much either. Like get the occasional one, and you just gawk at it. You're like, oh wow, that's good, and then.
He's gonna. He reminds me of that guy that used to say like EA Sports is in the game. You remember him?
Yeah.
Just reminds me of that too.
I reckon he could do a good. He could do a very good voiceover for EA. I reckon he would be alright with that EA Sports. It's a good shout.
Either that or like he could probably do a super villain or something as well. I don't know. Let's see how the league goes, huh? But yeah, shout out to him for doing the awesome work on that podcast. Let's hope to.
Yeah, that's really good work.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have anybody else lined up to join us?
Mr. Structured is coming on next.
Not a problem. Well, thank you for having me on, guys, and let's get FM Lobster on. Not a problem. That's great. It's all good. I'll be in the chat having a chat. So thank you.
Cool.
Fair play. Thanks for joining us.
It's all
Cheers
good.
Again.
It's all right. And Liverpool going to win the league.
I'm sure we'll speak soon over the course of the season.
Oh, me and you will. And when it comes to our fixture, we will. Catch you later, boys.
See you later.
Okay. Cracking. See you, man. Fair play.
Cool. So we'll just
got a
FM Lobster to come on next.
Nice to have these accents.
I'll just send a message.
So we've got who we got joining us next?
FM Lobster.
Mr. Structured. Brilliant. He is my next opponent, believe it or not.
That is convenient.
He was flattering me this week, talking about my lovely Irish accent. Mind you, he's been saying that in the chat as well. I think he said an accent eargasm. I've never heard that before.
That was over Twitter, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's actually put that in the chat here as well. Mr. Lobster, I think we can see the top of your head.
Yeah, he's mic only, just coming on the mic.
Oh, mic only. Apologies. Can you hear us okay, Mr. Lobster? No. Cool.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Yep, can hear you.
Wonderful. I apologise for my voice.
That's right, no worries. How are you feeling?
I feel like I've been hit by a truck.
Tell us more.
Oh, there we go. Turn the camera off. Sorry. I just sort of woke up 2 weeks ago. But I feel like shit. And then I went on holiday, and so did my immune system. And here I am.
Awesome.
Here I am.
So you're in the hospital room. You got to get your. Should we send you to the club doctor or leave you to physio?
Probably put me down at this point. I mean,
give you some rest.
We just have a message in the chat there, Lobster. Can you mute the stream?
Yeah, I've muted it. I've muted it.
Might be a delay there now. Cool. So, Lobster, you are my first opponent in this
I'm
competition.
very excited.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting. Well, I've never met a more pessimistic challenger in my entire history.
But
Tell us about your
is
chance.
that just the
What
play?
do you think your chances are with Leicester? Tell us a bit about your expectations here.
Leicester. Well, to be honest, it could go any way. I could finish in the top four. I could finish anywhere above City because they're being managed by Poacher. I've been poking him on Twitter, and I'm not sure if he's understanding it. He's not here. He can't defend himself. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm winning.
That's a good attitude to have, though.
Yeah, I'm not confident about getting anything out of
And
United.
so yeah,
Have you looked at your squad, or have you looked at tactics you'll be using, or anything like that?
I've had a little look at the side. I'm looking at the untapped potential of Wes Morgan as a target man, but to be honest, I'm being told that's sort of a no-go. Well, I might not listen.
Give it a go.
well, set pieces are everything, huh?
No, I'm just waiting for the 95th minute bullet header from a corner against Man United at Old Trafford.
Could happen.
Well, I'm not looking forward to that at all. So I'm going to have to word with my centre backs to look out for the flying head of Wes Morgan, but I don't know who I can rely on to do anything about it.
To be honest, you can tell him to look out for it, but that's like telling a sheep to look out for an oncoming train.
We'll do our best.
Formation-wise, I genuinely don't know what I'm doing yet. It might change every game. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on who you're.
Like, what's
playing.
your feeling on this?
Sorry, what?
I was just going to say, what's your feeling on your squad overall? I mean, who's your danger man?
My danger man is James Maddison. From what I've played so far with Leicester, he's been integral for absolutely everything. He's good on the ball. He's good on the dead balls. He loves balls, is what I'm going for.
I've heard it all now.
I'm not 100% sure who else. Jamie Vardy can be hit or miss. In obviously much like real life, in that the guy will show up one game and then he'll have one too many WKDs the night before, and it just won't show up.
Well, I think it's only fair that you, as the manager, should have a few the night before as well, no? Or maybe on the day.
I'm cut now. I'm ready. No, I'm
In
not.
Ireland, in Ireland, when you're sick like the way you are, we just fill up on hot whiskey. That's usually the cure. So that would be.
I've actually had a few Guinness over the past couple of days.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Not
like Grandpa's old cup
necessarily
medicine.
medicinal, but yeah.
Fair play.
What are you looking forward to, lad, about playing my Leicester side?
What am I looking forward to playing your Leicester side? Well, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing if now I've done very similar. I've been moving into a new house and then I was away for a week, so I've had very little practice. But I'm hoping if I can basically get Pogba and Lukaku going, that they'll be pretty unstoppable. That's my plan.
I'm just going to make sure that my defence has the idea to put pressure on any heavy touch off Lukaku. So I should be winning the ball back quite a lot.
Which could be all of them.
That's every Lukaku touch.
There you go, yeah. No, I'm hopeful. I mean, look, there's a bit of pace there with Marshall and Rashford, so I mean...
So, Mad, you'll be playing Pogba as a more advanced player than what he is in real life at the minute, more...
Potentially, yeah. I'm not sure. Potentially, yeah. I mean, I've got Matic there to kind of sit in. I mean, tactically, I do different things in versus than I usually do in a save. But that's going on FM18 experience. Whether I do the same now is yet to be seen. But depending on if I go with the tactic I think I am, I'd probably hope that Pogba gets the opportunity to push forward a bit, yeah. So I suppose time will tell. Again, I've never really managed a team with Pogba in it. So I'm not a big fan of the guy in real life. Whether it'll be a bit better in this league, hopefully it will. That's the plan. So watch out, Lobster, for that.
One thing I will talk about that's completely unrelated to people's playing abilities, but the only person that has genuinely struck fear in me from their logo is Big Daddy Ham. That pig
I know, yeah.
genuinely
That's
puts me
impressive.
off.
Yeah. It's actually pretty sick, pretty cool. I mean, I don't know, it's just appropriate for him after speaking to the guy. It's just so appropriate. I don't know, he's just like a
I
force to be reckoned with.
don't know if it's because I'm ill or what, but a few nights this week I've woken up with that image in my head at 3 a.m. just sweating.
You're taking too many Nurophens.
Pulled the curtains off the wall. It was horrendous.
He actually wants to change that as well.
He better not.
Yeah, he messaged me the other day about getting a new logo.
I'm not gonna make a empty threat just in case he finds me, but I don't think he should change it.
He's another one to watch out for as well. He's got Spurs.
Spurs,
There'll be a
yeah.
decent team in this, I think.
They'll be all right until the final 3 weeks.
Yeah, and bottle it.
Big bottlers.
And again, it'll be interesting to see because they didn't buy anyone in real life in the summer, right?
No.
They didn't make any transfers in the summer, so maybe January is going to be a big deal for them. So I think they're one to watch for the January transfer window.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm quite happy with Leicester, to be honest. As I'm not actually linked with any teams in the Premier League, I mean, other than Arsenal, sort of, I was sort of open to have anyone except Cardiff.
Yeah, that was.
Well,
my,
I mean,
that was my fear.
I think Leicester aren't a bad one to get. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm happy with Leicester, former champions.
Yeah, you got some decent players in there.
Question for FM Structured: how did you manage to? We held a draw, we held it live, and you managed to have your own name out at the very, very end. How, like, who was watching that from above? Huh?
I don't know. All I had in my head was Cardiff City, Cardiff City, Cardiff City, and lucky enough I didn't get that. It was
I think we were all bottling it in the chat about
That's
Cardiff.
crazy.
Yeah, I honestly thought I was going to get it because literally it was Watford or Cardiff, and thankfully I didn't get Cardiff. But that was stressing me out. But that's all good. So have you two arranged your fixture day of when you're having it next week?
So we're looking at Wednesday, right, Mr. Lobster?
Yeah,
I think Wednesday's going to suit
Wednesday
me.
works fine.
I've been moving house, so I'm a bit kind of in between houses with broadband and stuff. But I think Wednesday's looking pretty good.
Yeah, no, whenever you're free.
Is there any plans for content from either of you for the game?
Well, I'm gonna do like a sort of post-match analysis on my blog, but I don't know, Mad, what are you?
I lost a bit of audio there, guys. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm gonna do like a post-match analysis blog. I didn't know if you were streaming it or.
I'm sorry, I lost a bit of audio there. I'm going to definitely stream it. Well, we've got someone joining there. I'm going to stream it, yeah, for sure. Hopefully on Wednesday or whatever date we confirm. And once I know, I'll be putting it up on Twitter to share around. So be sure to join a big game, Man United versus Leicester.
No, that'd be decent. That will be a good game. I'm looking forward to seeing all the results because I think there'll be a few surprises in there. So I'm looking forward to see how the week pans out. I'm looking to actually see all the content as well from the guys put it out on Twitch and stuff.
So be sure to join a big game, Man United.
Decent, that will be a good game. I'm looking forward to seeing all the results because I think there'll be a few surprises in there. So I'm looking forward to see how the week pans out. I'm looking to actually see all the content as well from the guys put it out on Twitch and stuff.
So be sure to join the big game, Man United. I'm having some major audio issues. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Whoever's joined there, Bastion, I think he's causing some havoc. So, right, we're going to let Lobster go. Cheers for coming on, Lobster. We're going to let you go because we're having some audio issues.
Sebastian, you there? He is there.
Okay, Mr. Structure, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, yeah.
Sorry, we just had a bit of audio issues there.
I reckon it was like, I think it was Sebastian coming in and might have had the stream up or something.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I've actually, as we've been talking, I've been going ahead in the game and got my formation and everything ready. So once Bastion come on, we can jump into the game if he's ready as well.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him on. We'll do our best. And in the meantime, FM Structured, have you got your tactics ready? Do you know what's going to happen in the next 20 minutes?
I've actually gone for a very standard and boring 4-4-2. So
Spoiler alert.
well,
Oh.
it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, gone for 4-4-2. I'm hoping, obviously, I've got some quite decent wingers, so hopefully we can use them to, to be effective with Troy Deeney up top as well. So I'm hoping that will do the business.
Delafou was pretty good in previous FM versions, if I remember correctly. Are you planning to use him this year?
I have. He is starting.
He's starting. Interesting.
Yeah.
He might cause some problems.
Cool. Right,
So,
I'm sorry.
Bastian, sorry, I was just going to say Bastian just popped a message in to say that he won't have camera. Are we going to have audio from Bastian? Not hearing any audio coming through.
No, I can't hear nothing either. So what I'll
My
do,
system is on.
I will share my screen with you, Mad, on the Discord, so you can see
Okay, cool.
where we're at.
Lovely.
The lineup. Do you want me to switch?
So I'm gonna let's switch in the stream, and while we're doing that, I will have a look at your squad, and we're gonna talk about the formation that you have for us today. So, looking at your squad, well, as you said, we've got a standard 4-4-2 going on here.
Yeah.
So we've got Ben Foster in goals, former Newcastle player Jan Matt in right back, Cathcart, Cabasele. Cabasele is a big FM player, isn't he? As far as I remember.
He's pretty decent. I wouldn't say
he's pretty decent, yeah.
He's not very, like, tackling and that is not the greatest, but like for ball playing, he's good at passing and things like that. So
as far as I know, he plays FM a bit, yeah. And we've got Holebas in left back, and then the man we just mentioned, Delafou, on the right wing, Dokure and Will Hughes, who could be an important
check. Can you hear me?
And Roberto Pereira.
Oh, there he is, Sebastian.
Hi, Bastian. You can hear us, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Excellent. We're just going.
Cool. I'm just going to go through the squad on FM quickly, Bastian, if you give us 2 seconds.
All right.
So yeah, that was Pereira on the left wing, and we've got Troy Deeney, the big man, and I'll give this a go. Penaranda, is that how I'm pronouncing it? Penaranda?
I think that's how you say it.
I think it's Penaranda up front. So 4-4-2 for FM Structured. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and.
Nice one. Shall we have a look at Bastian's team quickly?
Yeah, let me just jump forward. There you go.
So here's our teams. Bastian has gone for what looks like a kind of a 4-2-3-1. He's got Matthew Ryan in goals. Flat back four of Montoya, Irishman Shane Duffy, Lewis Dunk and Bernardo, Davy Proper and Dale Stevens in midfield. And then kind of the Guyart, Gross and Locadia and Andone up front. I'm going to have fun pronouncing some of the names. So we've got Bastian playing a 4-2-3-1 against FM Structured's 4-4-2. So this is going to be interesting.
Right, we ready to kick off?
So Bastian, can you hear us? Are you there? Bastian, have you got audio on there, my friend? Rich, you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, yeah.
Can you
We had audio from Bastian, but we
hear me?
don't have him now.
Can
I
you
think
hear
he's
me?
too busy. I think he's too busy
Rich.
making some last minute changes because he's watching your tactic.
So the video chat is slowing down my system.
Right,
I
Okay,
think
not to worry.
this
Sure,
is so.
we'll just get a quick update from how you're feeling, Bastian, with your with the league opener here. So just
Oh,
before
I'm on
we
fire.
proceed, Bastian, what do you feel your chances are?
I will win 3-1. I'm on fire tonight.
fighting talk.
Another modest man in the group. So, Bastian, you've gone for 4-2, 3-1. What are your thoughts, and what do you think the final score is going to be today? You there?
Yeah, as I said, I think I will win by 2 goals, and I went to big. So
I'm going to apologize. I'm having a bit of audio issues. Rich, I don't know. Can you hear him? Okay,
No, he keeps
okay.
cutting in and out.
that's fine. Bastian, right? What we'll do is you can mute your microphone altogether. It's quite difficult to hear you. And what we're going to do is we're going to crack into the game. Let's not wait around any longer. And I'm going to say good luck to the two of you guys. Good luck, FM
Cheers.
Structured, and good luck, Sebastian. And we're off. So Brighton have the ball, and we've jumped to gap and play. Waiting for next highlight. Brighton seem to have had the better start early on. I've got a couple of delays here. I'm going to give this commentary my best attempt, but this share isn't the fastest. So we've got a gap and play. Structured, feel free to keep chatting away through here
Brighton,
in case
we
my...
actually just missed. Brighton just hit the crossbar from a corner. A header onto the crossbar, but then it got cleared.
Okay. I'm just reckoning I've got a little bit of a slight delay in the screen share. So, moving along, Watford are getting a bit more percent of the possession. Watford with the only shot on target so far.
There's not a lot happening, is there, at the minute?
Not a lot happening yet, but we're 13 minutes in.
We're on extended highlights as well.
So I think looks like both teams are probably playing it a bit safe. So yeah, in extended highlights we'll probably have a bit of a gap in between. Brighton with 3 shots on goal but nothing on target, and Watford still with the 1 on target. Might need to inject some imagination into this FM Structure. What do you think?
Give it till half time. See what's happening, and then may have to make some changes. Obviously, because I want to go for the win, so I'm not going to play too safe.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But as you said,
not forgetting you're away from home.
There's no highlight. There's been no highlight since the 8th minute, I believe. So
very, very few highlights. Yeah. So both teams are probably playing it a little bit safe, if you ask me.
I was hoping for a goal fest way.
Someone's gonna have to gamble.
Yeah. It's looking quite even at the minute.
It is not the most exciting league opener, guys. We're going to have to really do something about that, I'm going to have to say. The crowd may be going wild. Or maybe not. 30 minutes in, Brighton 0, Watford 0. The crowd have had very few chances to look at.
I was hoping for an entertaining game.
I have to say it's very much a 50-50 game going by this. We might stretch it out to comprehensive. In terms of getting some more highlights in here for the crowd. What do you think, Rich?
Yeah, I can do. Do you want me to go for it?
Yeah, I think we should.
There you go.
As well, I think we might have been on key there.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Now let's get a bit more action and a bit more of an action-packed second half. So across from Delafou, half chance for Watford, but it's caught by Ryan. Matthew Ryan, the Australian, like our friend Damo there. Going for the short throw out, but it's given straight back to Watford. So we've got Delafou out in the wing. Has he got the pace? Swings it in.
Come on, we've got a
And
corner.
it's a corner to
Get the
Watford.
big bads up there.
Right, so we got a corner to Watford. Corner swung in, headed away, and Matthew Ryan has captured it. So as we approach half time, 40 minutes in, very much an even game it seems. I think Watford have probably had slightly better chances and a couple more on target. Rich, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm just thinking of what I can try and do to inject a bit of
Inject a bit of life into these guys, yeah.
Into the players.
Now Watford with a free kick. Delafou stands over just before half time. Swings it in. I had a bit of a jump there, but the ball's gone out of play.
Took a deflection.
Corner to Watford. Swings it in. Back out the field again. Are we going to have half time?
Yeah, half time.
Half time. Now, I'll tell you, I'm a bit jumpy in my feed of your game, so structured, feel free to jump in at any point if you want to give a bit of a better live update. So let's look at what FM Structured is going to do. It looks like he's pushing the wingers on. He's moving Delafou into a more advanced position. Going a bit more positive. I think he knows he's going to have to step up the game here. He's going to end up coming out with a boring 0-0 draw. Point is a point, but I think you're hoping to get a bit more, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Just to go that little bit more positive mentality.
Mentality, for sure.
Try and get something from the game. And Brighton have made a substitution.
Brighton have made a substitution. Was it Lockharty that went off?
Did change that, didn't I? Yeah. Sorry, 2 seconds. Pitch.
No problem. So Brighton clearing the ball out from the back, out to Knockyard. Ball's gone out of play. I think both teams are going to need to step up here, at least for the fans alone. So Alabas throws it into Pereira. Pereira to Hughes. Hughes to Doucouré. Back to Hughes. Onto Pereira.
Great play.
So is it to Dini? Now it's Holebas on the left wing. Swings it in. No. And it's a corner to Watford. Again, another corner. Gonna have to work on your corners, Mr. Structured. Poor delivery is right. Doesn't beat the first man. So Watford still with the ball on the left wing. Holebas out to Delafou. Delafou in an advanced position. Plays it back. Watford still have the ball. Here they come. And he's given it away again, unfortunately. Now, Brighton in an advanced position. Is this a rare attack by Brighton? Looks like it's broken down. I had a bit of a jump again, sadly. My debut as the FM League commentator isn't going as well as planned. So Brighton still have the ball. Rich, you can talk us through it as well if there's a gap for me.
That looked like they were going to get a head on that, but you got Knockhard on the left hand side now, cutting the ball into the middle.
Yeah.
Looking to come forward.
Brighton still have the ball though.
Montoya on the right hand side, driving into the box.
Montoya.
Out for another corner. Been quite a lot of
Another corner. Absolutely, yeah.
So
looks like if there's going to be a goal, I think it's going to be off a set piece for sure. So Brighton with the corner. Swings it in. Oh, very close, but unfortunately wide again. Is that another corner?
Yeah,
it is.
Corner.
So Brighton with the corner, swing it in. Is there a goal in this game?
Like you said, I think it's going to come
swing and a miss. It's looking like it. Looking like it.
Set piece, I reckon.
Sorry, man. It's just I am. It's quite a blurred screen, probably just with the screen share. Not to worry. So I'm going to ask you to keep us informed if I'm not doing it.
Got the ball forward, but Duffy cuts the ball out. Goes back to Ryan. Dunk now on the ball. Centre ball forward. Jan Matt with the header away. We look to counter on this right hand side, going down the wing.
Delafu
man.
beats.
Poor ball.
Oh, very poor ball. Shocking ball by
I know
Delafu.
it took a deflection.
Did he take a deflection?
Yeah, it
Oh,
looked like it
great.
didn't.
Maybe Bastion is making a couple of changes here. Any thoughts going through your own mind? As we have a corner here with Hollabas taking the corner, swings it in.
I'm going to give it.
That's enough. Oh, it's a push on Duffy, and it's a free out for Brighton.
I'm going to give it to about the 60th minute and have a look at what and if I need. Well, I definitely need to change something up.
So Montoya plays it out to Stevens. Stevens coming through. Tries to play it up, but Pereira intercepts Hughes. Bit of a freeze again.
Got Troy Deeney as a pop. Oh. Best effort with Sin. Okay. Time we make a change.
A change by structure. Time to bring out your managerial skill set for us all to see. What's going through your mind? So you're going to bring on Isaac's success.
Yeah. And I'm going to go...
Switching to a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, I was going to bring Pereira into the middle to bring him... Play him a bit... Try and get him more into the game. And that is what I'm thinking about doing for now. Yeah. That is going to be my change.
Alrighty then. So 53 minutes in, we are 0-0. Watford have had 10 shots on goal with 5 on target. Brighton with 9 on goal, 3 on target. Watford just edging on possession with 52%. Pretty even in terms of fouls. Pretty even game overall. FM structured, if you'd agree.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been very even. Nothing between us, and like
yeah, there is nothing to give.
I reckon it's just gonna be that one chance. I can see this being a late goal that is gonna win it for one of us, and I can't really see who's gonna win. I'm having issues here being able to hit play, and I don't know why.
Hopefully we don't have our first freeze of the FM League. Are we back? Spacebar?
I don't know why it's...
Unless Bastion is doing so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, not a bad thing that this happens because it's going to happen over the course of the season. Obviously, as we know, versus games can be challenging and they can break down and we can have freezes. So, hopefully we can advance through it. I'm wondering, Rich, if you try to cancel your tactics.
Yeah.
Cookie FM is having a game. Nice to see.
Popping up.
And if you give it, are you able to hit play there? Are you able to advance?
No, that's not letting me.
Nothing with the space bar.
No.
Volrak saying FM structured, he's had the same problem this afternoon. Yeah, as we know, this is a common problem, so why not get it out of the way in the first game? We're going to have to try and force this game to continue, I think. So if we can jump out to the match status.
I was just trying to get into the other things.
Classic case of FM freezes on versus, so hopefully this won't cause us to restart, but worst case scenario we can have a quick restart. We've got 53 minutes on the clock, meaning we could always restart and go another 37 if needed. I think, Rich, you could try jumping out into the match status, the game status, if you want to give it a try.
What do you mean by that?
Where you were there at the beginning, you jump out to the game status. Yeah, Bastion is saying it's frozen. I think probably because, yeah, where you jump. Yeah, exactly.
Shall I do a bit of that or something? I don't know.
No, not there. Where you've got the little person symbol and the number 2.
Yeah.
Can you give that a click? What options do we have here? Force continue all. Try 5 seconds or something. And can you X out of the tactics there, I wonder?
This is gonna...
Right, we may have to restart. This is what happens, so look, it's no harm. At least we'll all know what to do in the event of a freeze. I suppose everybody's come across it before, but we do know that FM is subject to freezing, very sadly. I think you might have to restart, Rich.
Yeah, okay, I'll jump to...
So you could probably quit FM and throw the screen over while we wait. These things happen. C'est la vie. In the meantime, I'm going to have a rant about what a boring game this has been between FM Structured and 53 Bastion. And I'm going to expect big things for the next 37 minutes plus injury time.
That makes it interesting though, so I don't know what to do, whether I've got to go attacking from the outset, don't I?
So what we're going to do is we are going to restart. We had no injuries or red cards, thankfully, which makes it a lot easier to restart. Bad Jokes Games is saying he wants a 3-3 in the next 37 minutes. He wants to get value for money here on his ticket that he's paid for, you know. I don't blame him. So we're going to have to see what either Sebastian or FM Structured have in their locker.
So
It's a good thing you had nothing shady on your desktop, Rich, on your PC.
definitely. So I'm just setting it up now.
In the meantime, if anybody has any questions, this is Bad Jokes Games is saying this is a free and I still want a refund. Well, Bad Jokes, that was one of your worst jokes. And your worst attempts at spelling the word free. I'm looking forward to giving you a game in this league, man. Sounds like it's going to be good fun. Bad Jokes Games, who do you have in this again? If you can remind us in the chat. Volrak, we're going to have a chat about Newcastle. Volrak, I've got high expectations for you, my friend. Actually, Volrak as well. Are you going to London in a few weeks? Bad Jokes Games has Huddersfield. Uphill battle, my friend. Definitely looking forward to a 6-pointer there. Many NUFC should we advise managers to pause? I think we might have to. We considered it when we did the rules, and I suppose we said we wait and see, mainly because I was hoping that FM19 might have been improved in terms of versus, but it doesn't really look like it has, so potentially we might have to consider managers advising to pause before making changes, to avoid making changes at the same time. Wilfred, I was just saying, are you going to London for the catch-up in a few weeks to see would we cross paths, and I can give you a review how you're managing Newcastle? Yeah, you're going. Nice one. C'est trop bon. How are we looking here back in the league opener where we have 53 minutes in? We unfortunately had a game freeze. We've been facing every issue known to man tonight. FM Structures, which keeps us on our toes. So what we're hoping for here is we are going to restart the game. We have 37 minutes plus a couple of minutes of injury time that I will decide as it progresses. Probably only 1 or 2. The way it's been going, but we will see when we get there. So when it's ready, FM Structure, don't forget to switch it back for the Twitch.
Yeah, we'll do. Just waiting for Bastion to join.
He's just proceeding. Okay. Thoughts so far? Not impressed.
I don't know. It's just one that nothing's really happened. If you see what I mean. So I'm going attacking. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think we started off with key highlights, but even if it wasn't there, it would have only shown us missed chances probably, but probably we can make sure it's on extended here. I think it's probably the best one. And definitely, gonna have to see an improvement from both sides in this one now if Bastion can move it along. Who else is in the chat there, guys? We've still got about 10 guys in the chat. Anybody else there who fancies their chances in this league? Manny NUFC, can you remind me who you have in this, if you're still online? Another man that would have liked Newcastle as much as I would. I should have the list of who has who open.
Right, I'm switching you over to the game version.
Message from Bastian saying not to use the shortcuts to make changes. Go to the menu. So yeah, Bournemouth. Oh, you've got. We were talking earlier. We were saying that one of the big challenges here is going to be to do better than the team in real life, and I think that Manny might have one of the hardest ones because Bournemouth are flying high at the moment. Am I right in saying they're 6th in the table in real life? I think they are. I'm checking now. Tables. I think they might be 6th. Of course, that shows me the top 5. Yeah, Bournemouth are flying high in 6th, level with Watford actually. But Watford wouldn't be there based on this performance by Mr. Structured here, I have to say. He's going to need to step the game up. So, Manny, at the moment, as things stand, you need to try and bring Bournemouth to 6th place. So let's see if Eddie Howe has anything on you or vice versa. So FM Structure looks like he's pretty much going with the same team. We'll call that a substitution, which is Andre Gray. So that was 2 substitutions made by you.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I like that Manny. Manny is saying, yeah, but Bournemouth came unstuck against Newcastle yesterday. Hell yes, they did. I wasn't even watching it. I was keeping an eye on it on the updates on the app, and I was rather enjoying it. I was moving house, so in between carrying boxes, I was refreshing my phone and enjoyed Rondon's goals. It's good to see Rondon doing a bit. Badly needed. We are lacking in strikers. Manny is confident that he can bring Bournemouth to 6th place. Let's see what happens at the end of this season, huh? Be interesting now if Bournemouth are flying that high. They might have a bit of money to spend in January too. I think they broke their transfer record in the summer, didn't they?
Yeah, who did they sign?
They bought the guy he's the guy who scored against Jefferson Lerma or something. Is that right? He scored yesterday. I think it's Jefferson Lerma.
They spent like 25 million or something, was it?
25 million, yeah. He was their record signing. So if they're flying high, I think they'll happily hand Eddie Howe some cash to spend in January.
Definitely.
That would be music. Manny was impressed with Newcastle yesterday. I'm going to try and get over for a game before the end of the season. If I can. I'm doing my best. Yeah, Lerma, yeah. Right, how are we doing? FM Structured. Are we waiting on Bastian?
Yeah, just waiting on Bastian.
The crowd wait patiently. Cheers to the guys who have been staying strong and holding out. It hasn't been the most flawless of streams, but there you go. First one is always the hardest one. And we're back again. So Brighton are pretty much same formation, 4-2-3-1. Doesn't look like he's made any changes, Sebastian, so he's now with the same team. And we know that FM Structured has made 2 changes. That's Isaac Success and Andre Gray. So let's kick off. We've got 37 minutes on the clock, plus a couple of minutes injury time if it suits.
What do you want to do, key or extend?
We can go extend. Extend, it'll be fine, I think. Something must have happened. Bad Jokes Games is saying, oh, his ears. I can't remember what I said. I don't know if it's his ears because of the stream or if it's because of my talking nonsense. Right, not long to go. We kick off again. We might change that camera. Right, so Brighton with the ball. Breakdown and play. It's hard for me to see these names. I got a bit of a blurry screen going on.
Montoya on the right hand side. Ball into the box. Managed to get it
and
clear.
it's cleared, but he's still got the ball, Montoya, and Montoya's looking strong on that wing, yeah. Can he get in the box again? Watford taking on a bit of pressure here. Here's Montoya again.
Oh, no way.
Oh, it's a goal for Brighton. I don't believe it. Are we literally just a couple of minutes in or what? A goal for Brighton. Bastian is sitting over in, I believe, Germany, and he is jumping on his chair with delight. Finally, the deadlock was broken. 1 minute into the restart. FM Structured, share your feelings, please.
I think I've gone too attacking at the beginning, I reckon. So
A good finish by Andon, Florian Andon. Watford need to step up now. That's currently Brighton 1, Watford 0. So have we got? Is it a corner? You're gonna have to keep him going there. Throw in, sorry.
On the right hand side, and to Defoe, Capu, he's going to cut it back. Pereira's there, but comes off a Brighton player. Holly
Watford still at the ball.
They managed to clear it, but we're still putting pressure on Brighton in their half. Yeah, Matt on the right hand side. Good ball into the box. Success is there. Fouled the other way.
Comes to nothing. Daniel Fry, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we had a few small issues at the start, and we've had our first FM crash in the league opener, so we've had to restart. But Daniel, the ephemeric champion Fry, has joined us, so welcome. Going to be managed Crystal Palace in this league, I believe, not his beloved Arsenal. Now we got a corner to Brighton. My picture has gone to pot, Rich, so you're going to have to keep us going.
Brighton with a shot with the edge of the box, but Foster makes a comfortable save. And he's looking to kick the ball long up to Gray, but Dunk wins the header, but we managed to get the ball back. Dunk again clearing the ball, but Watford still with the ball in the Brighton half, looking on this right hand side. Ball into the box, managed to clear it. Decore on the edge, blazes it wide and over.
Not good enough. Going to have to work on your finishing and training, I think.
Yep. Oh, I'm gutted. So we've still got 32 minutes to go.
Now my picture's getting a bit better, is it?
Brighton on the left hand side, bringing the ball out, switches to Knockhard.
Spreading it nicely.
On the right hand side to Knockhard.
Knockhard coming down the right. Plays it out wide. Is it Montoya?
Yeah, Montoya, yeah.
And is that another corner?
Corner, yeah.
Can Brighton punish Watford now again? Cleared out. Brighton on the edge of the box. Spreads it wide. Foul. Straight up foul. Haven't had too many fouls in this game so far. Both teams being quite respectful. More so than the managers.
Haven't even had a shot on target yet.
Now my picture's gone better. So we are in the 61st or second minute, going by my poor mathematics. Janmat to Pereira. Pereira squares it across. It's Decore. Can Decore find it on the left? It's Holebas. Can Holebas find anyone in the box? On the byline. And it's another corner to Watford. That's a record amount of corners for me. So let's see, can Watford get anything out of this? Delafou with the corner. Swings it across. Success can't get it. It's Gray on the edge of the area. Out to Cabasele. He's in the box. Can he find a man in the box? And it's gone for another corner. I think you know what you're going to have to work on in training, Rich. Another corner to Watford. This time it's Holebas. Is it in? Cleared by Gross again. Only as far as Cathcart. Cathcart to Holebas. Holebas on the edge of the area. Is he going to have a shot? Finds Pereira. Pereira has a shot. It's blocked. Gray. And it's blocked again. So that's Stevens makes the clearance. As far as Cabasele in the back. Plays it left to Capoue. Capoue to Decore. Swings it across. Great ball to Delafou. Now here's Delafou on the wing. Delafou swings it into the box. And it's beaten out again by Brighton. Brighton are dealing with these crosses comfortably, but Holebas still has the ball. Holebas finds Janmat. Janmat now in an advanced position. Swings it across. Duffy clears it again. Only as far as Capoue. Capoue out to Janmat. Janmat with the ball on the right. Back to Capoue. On to Delafou. Janmat again. Great passing by Watford.
Yes,
Capoue. Can he shoot? Oh, what a goal by Capoue. Smashes it into the top corner on the left peg.
That was a great bit of play.
Absolute stunner of a goal. Great build-up. There must have been about maybe 20-25 passes before that. Before the ball got finally into Capoue. I think Janmat with the assist, maybe. Yeah, Janmat with
Janmat.
the assist. Capoue smashes it into the top corner. Ryan had no chance with that.
Boom.
And FM Structure has a smile on his face. Bastian is probably swearing something in German that none of us would understand. Brighton with the ball, and it's Duffy in the back. Duffy to Proper. Kind of a bit slow there now. I think there's a change happening in the background. Knockout outright onto Montoya. Montoya in an advanced position. Swings it across. And it's cleared by Watford as far as Stevens. Stevens with the ball back to Bernardo. Bernardo on the left.
Challenge.
Great tackle by Delafou. Delafou is gunning for it today. And we've gone to a break in play.
Come on, lads.
So we are going to play 37 minutes in this restarted game. We are 12 minutes in, which makes it 25 minutes left. Proper on the ball to Stevens. Stevens to Proper again.
Come on, press in.
Proper swings it to Knockout. Montoya seems to have space on the right if they can find him, and they do find him in an advanced position. So he swings it across, and it's another corner. We have a lotto of corners here. Gotta take a drink after this. So Gross swings it across. Dunk is free, but it's cleared by Watford. And another break in play. So Capoue with a smashing goal to equalise, and it's 1-1 between Watford and Brighton in the league opener of the two-game F League. And Holebas finds loads of space on the left. Pushes on. Swings it across. Is Gray going to get it? Oh, right. Ryan has spilled it and Andre Gray has scored. I don't believe it. Ryan has had an absolute howler there, I think, has he? Am I right?
He looked like he...
Looked like he was going to deal with it, and then it just fell like a Christmas present to Andre Gray's feet. And he just had to tap it in. Watford take the lead. It's Watford 2, Brighton 1.
I want to make changes, but I don't, because I don't want it to crash again. So I'm just going to leave it.
You'll have to. You can if you pause it.
That's alright. I'm just going to let it play.
So, Knockout on the right. Over to Montoya. Montoya is pushing on now. Brighton need an equaliser. Swings it across. Dealt with by Watford, and it's Pereira. And another break in play. 16 minutes into this 37-minute game that we're going to be playing. So, Knockout on the right again. Brighton are looking to push on. Anthony Knockout finds Montoya again. Montoya is going to make a run. How far can he get? Montoya gets to the end of the line, swings it across, but it's a poor cross. Oh, and it's... Has he spilled it?
Yeah, pushed it over the line, I think.
Pushed it over the line. Another corner, and Glenn Murray, the big man himself, has just come onto the field. The danger man, it's a corner. Gross swings it across. Out to Knockout, headed to Knockout, and it's a good tackle by Pereira. And Pereira clears it wide, and he's found Gray with a bit of space, and he's now swinging it across, but it's back to Brighton. No, it's not. It's back to Delafou for Watford. On to Capoue, swings it out right to Janmat, and he's lost it to Bernardo. So sigh of relief from the Brighton fans, but they have a lot to do. Now Cathcart heads it on to Gray. Gray has been an impact sub for sure. Gray to Capoue, Delafou on the ball now. Delafou's trying to find some space, finds Holebas on the left. Swings it across, and Ryan has had another shocker. I don't believe it. Matthew Ryan, the Australian goalkeeper. If Damo was watching this, he has had another howler, and I can't imagine what's going through Sebastian's head at this moment. But he must be fuming. He's tried to punch it out, but he's punched it straight into the path of Delafou, who again has a pretty easy finish. Finishes it well, but would be expected to. And it's Watford 3, Brighton 1.
That is very unlucky for Bastian. That's
Gross to Stevens. Stevens plays it wide. I've had to close Twitch, by the way, so I'm missing the chat, just to make sure I could see the share better with the speed. Watford do with the cross. Stevens out to Montoya. Montoya is in an advanced position, the right hand side. Swings it across again. More confusion between the defender and the goalkeeper. There's a couple of howlers happening in this game. There's definitely some nerves on the league opener today for sure. And can Glenn Murray be the difference? We've got about 16 minutes remaining in this match between Watford and Brighton. Brighton need to step up a notch. They're 2 goals behind. So here's Holebas on the ball. Finds Success. Success has space, as does Delafou on the right. He's been the danger man. The wingers have been key for Watford today. Delafou finds space, and it's another corner to Watford, blocked by Brighton. Corner to Watford. Holebas swings it in, and it's headed away by Brighton, only as far as Andre Gray. Gray finds Doucouré, finds Pereira, out wide to Janmat. Janmat in space. Dangerous position, and it's another corner to Watford. I feel like that's my catchphrase for the evening, a corner to Watford, which Holebas is going to take. His left leg must be getting sore with all these corners. We might have a pause by Bastian, am I right?
Yep, waiting for
I think
Bastion.
I think Bastian is going to make some drastic changes here to see can he claw his way back.
I've been very jammy in this game with the 2 goals.
Matthew Ryan has had a howler, I have to say. He's not going to want to watch back these replays.
No, definitely.
Now, Andreger on the right wing finds Janmat in an inside position for a fullback. Doucouré with the shot blocked by Brighton. Stevens clears it out. Can Brighton make the counter? Glenn Murray with a cracking ball out to Knockaert. Does he have the support? Knockaert crosses it to nowhere, blocked by Cathcart, and now Watford are on the counter. And they've given it back to Duffy, and there's another break in play. Brighton are looking good on the counter. Bernardo swings it to Gross. Gross with a shot from out wide, but Foster deals with that comfortably. And no howler from Foster as yet. We have 10 minutes remaining in this game. Header up by Dunk. Capoue. Now it's Knockaert with possession. Brighton are getting the possession, but they need to make a count. Montoya on the right. Montoya to Knockaert. Knockaert to Stevens. Stevens to Montoya again. Montoya has been a key figure for Brighton today. Swings it across. And it's Watford dealing with it quite comfortably, it seems.
Go on.
And is that another corner to Watford, I believe? It's the most corners we've ever seen. I think the Twitch has broken down on us. Has it?
No, it looks alright.
I'm just going by the Discord chat. Maybe I'm wrong. So Doucouré finds Capoue again in the box. And Capoue's made it 4. What a turnaround here. Capoue has scored not 1 but 2 cracking goals in the top corner, which puts him as the top scorer of the league after the first game. Etienne Capoue. Holebas threw it into Doucouré. Doucouré found Capoue in space, and he smashes it into the corner.
Boom.
Ryan had no chance. 4-1 to Watford. FM Structured has a big smile on his face. You can't see him, but I can. He is a happy man at the moment. Now Murray finds Knockaert on the right. We've got 7 minutes remaining on the clock. Do Brighton have anything left in the tank here to make Mr. FM Structured sweat at this time? Knockaert on the right finds Montoya. A lot's coming down this right hand side, but they haven't capitalised on it yet. A great tackle from, which I think was Doucouré.
Yep, Doucouré.
Very good tackle, and we're on 5 minutes remaining on the clock. We probably play to 40, so we'll play as far as 40 to cover substitutions and injuries. Gross with the ball to Stevens. Stevens, can he find Knockaert? He does find Knockaert, and it's deja vu. He's out to Montoya again. Montoya has space, but he waits too long and Holebas blocks it. Still have the ball, Brighton. Montoya on the ball now. He finds a bit of space. Gross in the box. Good save by Foster, and it's out for a corner to Brighton. Can they salvage another goal and at least reduce the goal difference? If not, push till the end. Corner comes in, but it's gone no. Knockaert on the edge of the box. Finds Montoya. Montoya to Gross. Gross passes across. Montoya hits the back of Montoya, but they managed to keep hold of it proper, and it's hit someone else again. Stevens' leg, he wasn't paying attention. Finds Locadia. Locadia gives it away to Capacel, and it's cleared by Watford. Another break in play. Gross with the free kick now. Wouldn't it be great to see a free kick go in? But Foster deals with that comfortably. What are your thoughts, FM Structured?
Pretty happy, to be fair.
He's chuffed.
Especially being 1-0 down after the first minute and coming back, so...
Very shaky start.
Very shaky.
But Capoue, well, Matthew Ryan has been your saver. I'm going to have to say, because he's had 2 howlers, sadly for Sebastian. So Doucouré on the edge of the box finds Holebas. Great tackle. Was it a great tackle? He was a great tackle by Proper, and he's cleared it out to the right, but only as far as Cabasel. And it's gone back to Duffy. Duffy clears it out for Brighton, but only as far as Cathcart. A real game of tennis here. Delafou on the right hand side now has space. Has he time for the cross? Waits too long, and that's another corner. There's a lot of guys waiting a bit too long for these crosses, but the corners are coming nonetheless. Here's Holebas with the corner again. Swings it across. Delafou with the header to Capoue, and Brighton get away, but Delafou has the ball to Holebas. Holebas, can he find a Watford shirt? He can't. It's cleared by Knockaert onto Janmat. Janmat on the right now. Janmad looks like he's buying some time, but then he swings it across. Oh, cleared by Duffy. Duffy's been cleaning up those headers all day. Pity his goalkeeper didn't help him out a bit better. Free kick in a slightly dangerous position for Watford. Delafu on the free kick. Hits the wall. Cleared by Dunk. Glenn Murray has been a quiet figure since coming on. Dunk has not had a very good game either. And Brighton have a throw. Throw comes in, and it's another very good tackle from Doucouré. Finds success in space. Has he got any support? Went for it himself, but the ball has gone to Gray following a tackle from Brighton. He swings it in, and it's a good save by Ryan. And cleared by Dunk in the end. Or Duffy, one or the other. Now, we're going to have to hit the final whistle here, I'm afraid. So that is the end of the league opener between Sebastian's Brighton and FM Structured's Watford. And the final score, despite having an FM freeze in the middle, the final score in this game has been Watford 4, Brighton 1. I think to summarise, Matthew Ryan has had a howler.
A howler.
He spilled
the worst
two.
player on the pitch. Dunk with a
He's still not the
5.6.
worst. Yeah, must have made a few saves to recover it. Dunk is showing as a 5.7. Man of the match looks like it's going to go to Etienne Capoue with an 8.6, scoring twice. And FM Structured, summarise the last 20 minutes.
Well, the first game was... Well, we had like 3 highlights in the first half, and it was looking like it was going to be a 0-0, maybe with a late goal. But since the new game went attacking from the beginning, didn't think it was going to go to plan when they got the goal in the first minute. However, obviously the goalkeeper making 2 mistakes has helped us out. They're really just to flatter the scoreline a little bit more, 4-1. But happy with the opening day victory and sitting pretty at the top. How long that will last?
Don't get too comfortable, my friend. There's a lot of the guys who are in the chasing pack here ready to knock you off the throne.
Definitely.
But a pretty good score, 4-1. Sebastian started well with Brighton, I have to say, and then unfortunately for him, Matthew Ryan has spilled two fairly simple crosses that he could have dealt with, and both of them fell into Watford players' feet. But
I've
one
never
of the
seen that on FM as well either, with a goalkeeper spilling across.
Yeah.
So,
I think we'd be all interested to hear what Damo is going to say about who I think is the first choice Australian goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's decent as well, but
he's normally decent, yeah. But sadly, in this game, the nerves got to him. The big day got to him. The big event. So yeah, that's the first game of the season. The league opener is done. We'll have a quick look at the stats. So I'm going to blow them up, but I suppose this is just going to summarise the statistics for what we'll call the second half of the game following the freeze. But Watford had the vast majority of the shots, 12 shots, 6 on target, to Brighton 6 and 5 on target. I think Watford just gifted a couple of goals, and then Capoue had 2 really, really good finishes. Looking like, I don't see the possession here. Oh yeah, possession was 50-50, surprisingly enough, and I think that's a fair representation of the game, because it was very much over and back. 50-50 because everybody kept giving it away, in my opinion, but that's just as the neutral opinion. But yeah, look, I think that was a pretty interesting league opener. No red cards, no injuries, so less admin work for FM Structured in this occasion. And the lesson we're going to take from this is probably learning about what to do in the event of a crash, for everyone that was watching, because this is definitely going to happen again, sadly. And yeah, from here onwards and upwards from here, I think the challenge is who can top 4-1 in the first game.
Let me switch back. Yeah, so no, it was a good first game. I'm happy. Obviously, we've had tech issues again at the beginning, so we probably need to iron that out, because we'll be doing this on a monthly basis, doing a show just to go over the last 4 weeks fixtures. So in the meantime, I think we'll probably need to make sure that we do quite a few tests, because like we done the other day, we done the test and it worked. We had no issues, did we? It worked perfect.
It's always on the big occasion. Always on the big occasion. But look, yeah, obviously we were delayed starting, and yeah, good to have the lads on for a few interviews. But yeah, I think it can only get better from here. I'm looking forward to seeing a couple of the games streamed as well, and seeing what this league turns into. So FM Structured, you have to go and do a bit of admin now, which is putting yourself at the top of the league.
Yes, definitely. I'll be.
Can you remind us where we're able to see kind of the latest fixtures in the league table?
Well, I'll be posting that out. It'll be every Sunday. I'll be
Okay.
posting the newsletter with all the
With the league
results.
tables.
Yeah, so I won't be doing anything on Twitter when I get the results in, just because I want to do it all in that
Sure.
newsletter. So that'll be every Sunday morning. That will come out with all the information, with the lineups, players' ratings, scores, league
Fair
tables.
enough. Yeah.
So that will be out all on a Sunday morning, afternoonish.
You're not even going to do a cheeky tweet just to tell the world that you've won your first game.
Yep.
Has to be
Gotta
done.
be
I think has to be done.
Got to be done.
Awesome. Onwards and upwards from here, as we say.
Definitely.
Well, look, I think we'll leave it there if you'll agree.
Yep. Definitely.
I'm glad that game turned around despite the freeze, and the fans obviously enjoyed it a bit more at the end. Obviously, the Watford fans more than the Brighton fans.
Definitely. Unlucky
So yeah, hard luck to Sebastian, and cheers to Damo, and cheers to Lobster for coming on for the chat. And we will pick up again soon.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing what's to come.
Nice one. Cheers, Mad, and we'll see you all soon.
Cheers, lads. All right, take care. All the best. Rock on.